Hey guys, welcome. Today a little update video. This is Project Kim 5.0. This is more or less the name for the YouTube channel. So this is approximately the fifth update video on this ship. Sometimes I make like little stuff in between, it doesn't really matter. And down below in the left hand corner we have the Blender file name. This is more or less for myself to remember when I watch this in the future, which project version I need to open if I want to find this again. And in the upper right hand corner you can read WIP. That actually, I hope it stands for work in progress. Anyway, so I just want to talk about as simple as I can some little updates I made. I already tried to a little bit explain the Starlight animation. If you are interested in that, I mean, I can maybe make a video on this, because this is, on the one hand it's simple, but at the same time if I try to explain it I end up talking a long time about that. Anyway, I'm gonna just show you quickly. Oh, this looks funny actually. Because you know the no, what did I do? Interesting. Because we are looking straight on this spaceship, and we cannot see the stars in the background. We need to slightly change the camera. Very interesting. Well guys, I also, you know, Blender is not completely logical to me. I mean, actually Blender is very logical, which I like a lot about Blender, but I also, a lot of stuff I do not know. So every time something happens which I don't expect, I'm also kind of surprised. But I like how this actually looks. It looks almost like a game. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something. Exactly, the tube. I apologize for the hard switch. We need to, I think I made, yeah. So this tube basically is this one here. I have different Hyperdrive versions. Basically it looks like this if you're interested. So this is how it looks. You know, just showing quickly because I want to go briefly, otherwise I end up talking too much. Yeah, it's basically just this, if you want, this is kind of like a noise texture, so I wanted to have like a points, and then I stretched the points and I animated those points by using you know, animation keys obviously. We can, yeah, see here and there. This is how it starts, this is how it ends, and it's just an animation. It goes from the right side, in this case, to the left side. Yeah, and then it goes into the color ramp and those stuff, you know, roughness and such. I experimented a lot, so this might be not even necessary. It's just, you know, I experiment. I came up with this idea, and because, you know, there are so many ways, I assume. I mean, I know two ways to animate a Starlight thing. One is particle modifier using, but I wanted to have a very good performance, and I think this one here, using an object, a very simple tube, as a texture animation, if you want, keeps stuff very simple and hopefully performance okay. Cannot tell for sure, I'm not a pro, but that's what I believe. Okay, this is the one thing I did. So I had different animations, like, you know, this is the Hyperdrive. If I turn this on, then we have even more Hyperdrive, I think. No, this is the dirt here. Or little asteroids. It's all two-dimensional, but I wanted to make it look nice from the inside. This one is what? This was a different test. I created some asteroids in Blender, then I, you know, kind of put them into, well, you know, I made a very very simple 2D animation. I just wanted to see if it's possible to do that. Just as an idea. It's not perfect, it causes some troubles, but it's maybe a thing I can use in the future, you know? It doesn't have to be even animated in here. So if you just wanna, you know, have like such an animation, not too detailed or in the background or something, then it's totally fine. But as soon as you want to go out, step out from the ship, then obviously it doesn't look good. So this is kind of a testing thing. The Hyperdrive 4 is the asteroid thing, just for testing purposes. Also, the more I turn on the harder the more performance issues I get. And then this is just another, you know, this increases the amount of hyperdrives anyway. So those both are actually okay, this one and the asteroids, because I already wanted to have a nice look when we stay here. I like the idea of stuff moving. I hope you can see this on YouTube. It's sometimes a little bit hard. Yeah, so I animated those stuff. This is glass, but it was a glass texture at first, but it changed that because I stumbled across some problems. Let me just turn this selecting thing off. I think this would be sufficient, yeah. Okay, now we don't select them accidentally. Okay, I wanted to talk about something. First of all, it's late, guys, so I hope I talk okay. But it's a good time for recording stuff in the universe. You know, if it's late, it's always good. And here is our Robert Walter. He is new. Oh, actually, the whole cockpit is new. I was testing actually a lot. What to do, you know, if you watch the older videos, I was trying to make a cockpit coming up from downwards, you know, from the yeah, but I ended up to create this one here because I tried a lot of different things and I wasn't satisfied until I did this thing here. It's not finished yet, obviously. It's I'm gonna work on this. Also those seats I created, those yeah, in the last video I talk about a lot about those captain pilot seats. This is just an animation from an older video. It's actually really nice, but people cannot see that. I think it's called right now Supernova. I changed the topic. Not that it really matters. It doesn't matter what I do. It's incredible. I mean, it's normal because that's what it is. But you know, sometimes I change the topics to make it maybe interesting. Anyway, who cares? Let's continue. So we have the seats here, obviously. Walter is the pilot. He is also animated. There's a little animation on this channel too. So he's new and I like him as a captain. I respect him as a captain. He is very well calm, I would say. So I respect him for that. Yeah, here's a drive or something. I was thinking about that, maybe animating this too with, you know, right now it's actually those phases here. Right now, they are, you know, every phase has his own material. I mean, you know, it's the same, you know, how do I explain this? How do I say that actually? Yeah, those phases, every second phase here shares the same material, but I thought maybe we can use the technique of the hyperdrive to just animate this circle animation or something. It would be very easy to animate. Maybe I should do that. Anyway, then the same thing here, we could also animate this thing here, because this is basically, again, a 2D dimensional, using a text. What do we use actually? Let's check this out. Yeah, the same thing, the same principle almost. It's only not stretched. If you want to stretch those stuff, you have to change certain values like this, you know, and suddenly you change the shape of stuff. But I'm happy with that right now. What we could do is animate it, like, you know, this just a simple position change, slowly, you know, maybe even more than this. Would be sufficient to give the impression of a computer terminal working, right? Okay, and then we have here Project LARA. Oh, it just exploded the whole star. Isn't that great? It's really a good video actually, but again, I mean, this is really sad. Why I bring this up is actually really sad because I really liked this video. I when I created this, I learned so much, and I tried to make it kind of interesting, and it has not even a chance. The impression rate is this what bothers me. It's not that it's not watched, it's more that it doesn't even get a chance to be seen, you know. Impression rate, like 3 months on this channel, I was like, I don't know, maybe 20 impressions. Most of them are from me or from accidentally or whatever. So that's the thing, which kind of, you know, that's kind of sucks. But then again, whatever, I mean, this is you. I don't know, you can either get a little bit annoyed by that or just continue working on your stuff, which I would recommend. Just continue working on whatever you like. It, you know, because in the end, it really doesn't matter. Like in this song, you know, it really doesn't matter. Anyway, because, you know, the way is the way of the journey is actually the good part of it, you know. Anyway, I hope you know what I mean. This is a Hyperdrive antimatter engine, and basically this one is pretty easy. It's just reflecting. This is just a cube. I used, and maybe this I should change because it's maybe not necessary to have it like that. Could cause some performance issues, but it's basically a cube. You know, here we can see it here a little bit better. Wait a second, maybe like this, smooth. And we're using a subdivision modifier twice. It's completely sufficient, and to make it shiny. And then it what else? A wave modifier, because it's so easy to use that. We slowed it down a little bit from the time speed. Yeah. Then what you see here is just, again, this is, you know, I think this is so easy to animate stuff because it saves you performance problems. I believe so. I'm not so sure about that because I mean, I test things out, then I realize, well, this works and the performance is still good. I guess it's good for the performance, but I cannot tell for sure. And yeah, sometimes, you know, I double those stuff if I want to change stuff quickly, like, you know, like this. It was the before thing, and now it's like that. And again, it's just one simple animation if you want. It looks, if you look in Blender stuff, you want to see this in big color. So if you look at a Blender stuff, it looks very complicated, but if you, it's like, you know, if you know what it does, it's not that complicated, I guess. Yeah, so basically simple animation. And then what else is maybe interesting? Did I say this? We made the ship wider. I hope this is the right term. So it was small. Like this area is new, basically. We did this with the mirror modifier. I actually made a video and showed how to do that. Supernova again. So because we need more space for the cockpit, I figured out we are too, I hope that's the word wider. We were too small, and now we, you know, it was like, you know, this is what I mean. Oh wait, I can show you this with a cube, it's easier. Yeah, cube. We need a big cube. No, we don't need a cube. Let me just hide everything. So. Okay, we have here a cube, right? You would agree with that. Okay, when I say wider, I mean basically this one here. This is wider, this is small, this is wider. And we made a ship wider without stretching it. So this one here is basically stretched, right? But we made it wider without stretching, but by using the mirror modifier. And I think that was great because, well, it really worked out, and I was happy about that. Okay, anyway, so what else? Yeah, then we changed the ground because I like this better. But I may change this again. About the performance again, so what always causes some performance issues are light and shadow stuff. So every time when there are too many light sources, Blender has to render, I guess, a lot, and that can cause some issues. So I was thinking replacing most of those lights in the aisle, this area here, with only one light, you know. It's really not so necessary. If you have the same color light anyways, then we do not need, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can get rid of most of them. Yeah, this is what I want to do. So the back, I recorded today a video comments video on my Let's Play channel with a bar and the back and such. It looks different here because here I'm still modeling the ship seriously. Anyway, doesn't matter why I came up with this, I do not know. Yeah, because I want to change the back still, but I'm not so sure about in which direction it goes. So then we have, this looks nice. I really like this view. This is the sun. Sun is also animated with noise stuff and so on. Although the sun, I was thinking about this today. I will forget about it again. I hope I will remember it if I face again performance problems. So right now I can record and easily reach to 30 FPS while I record. This is good. This is probably even more. Although right now not, because it's limited to 25, I believe. So let's check this out quickly. What did I adjust? Where is it? I always keep looking for that. 24, yeah, we can change this actually to 30. So now we have 30 FPS. But already kind of a little bit too much. I was thinking, that is the reasons. Why is this on? And that's better. This is better. This is okay. This one, or the other one is fine. Okay. So yeah, I hope I will remember this. So right now this is a 3D object, right? We can jump to that actually. So we have here our sun, and this is fine and so on. If you take a look at the sphere, you can see it's a huge sphere. So either we can decrease the amount of the roundness of the sun or whatever, or we're gonna animate the cycle, just the sun, as a video from this perspective maybe. And then we just use, instead of a 3D object, just a 2D plane where we just show the video of it, animation video, instead of the whole 3D thing. But this is something I just thought about. Okay, so anyway, I'm not sure where the whole project is going. I tried to finish this. This might be interesting. So this is the keep doing the same thing. I tried to we are a little bit too speedy. I mean, this ship is by far the best ship I produced ever in terms of the quality and performance. And so far I'm pretty satisfied with that, because I'm still motivated to model it. I lost the motivation to model the other ships because I lost the control over the vertices, if you want. So I couldn't work. I had to fix so many things, so I lost the, you know, it became too broken. So I needed to fix so many things that it was easier to just start a new project. So far this one is still fun to model, because it's still well, the performance is good because I try to model it as clear as I can. It's not, I keep saying that it's not the clearest version ever, that's for sure, but it's the clearest version I could produce. And so far, because the performance is still great, again I keep saying that, but that's really important, I wanna continue on modeling the ship, so the back a little bit, yeah, and that's a good thing. I really like that. I probably forgot something which I wanted to talk about, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. We can maybe take a look again. So this is how it looks right now. Don't know where this is going. What I also think is great is that so slowly I understand how to connect, how to use round stuff and angle stuff together, and this is great. And I thought, oh, I'm getting it, I'm understanding it now. Was very happy. And then I watched a YouTube video about old cars from the 1930 or something. I just wanted to kind of, just for fun, model an old car with smooth edges and so on. But when it comes to that, then round smooth corners are still not an underestimated thing. It's interesting how difficult little things can be if you want to do them accurate. I think modeling a car someday will be a good practice. Again, I think I like, when I say again, I keep saying this too, I'm not aiming for realistic modeling, because that's probably very boring to me. I'm just not this kind of guy who likes accurate modeling. It's just not my cup of tea. I like the freedom of creativity to do whatever I like, but there is and I say this also always, a benefit of sometimes trying to be accurate, because you learn a lot and you can use this later on for your creative stuff. And there are also some people outside in the internet, I guess, who love that, and to model something very realistic, and that's good. Because I believe, my personal belief is that creative people need people who are not creative but work very well, because together you can produce something really good. So each individual, I believe so. I'm not sure. I have no experience in that, but I believe each individual is alone, maybe can become good, but if you team up with somebody who does exactly the other stuff better than you know, I guess you get the idea. I think it's beneficial if creative people and how to non-creative people, which is not a bad thing, because people always say creative is good, but it can also be, you know, just boring or just annoying. You know, it's not always good. So accurate working people are also needed, and together they become badass. So I think so. Anyway, that's just my personal take on this, and so on. Good. I think I shot everything what was important. Yeah, I will keep the ship. I will still model the ship. Maybe the windows. Yeah, I think I wanted to say something about the windows here. So we have, I hope this is the window. I had before, yeah, window one, I had like an, so this is the window, how it looks like. This one we can ignore. This is the window right now. You see it's metallic, and this is how it looks. And it has the alpha. I replaced basically, usually when you want to do a window in Eve, at least, you don't want to use metallic, because then I think you cannot see through it. So the transparency is not really good if you use metallic, so you obviously don't want to use that. But since I do not know what was bothering me, something was bothering me, I try to remember what it was. Well, it works better. Maybe the reflection was off or something. I didn't like how the window was reflecting the light and so on. And so I turned on the blend mode, alpha blend, and then I reduced the alpha. This is basically a transparent metal plate, if you want. It's not a window anymore, not glass anymore. But since Eve is not accurate anyways, Eve is the render engine, compared to Cycle, and we just want to have a nice window, we can look out and inside. Actually, or even it reflects a little bit in certain perspectives, you know, that's what I wanted, but it's maybe not even necessary. Yeah, you see that there's the stardust here. So this is just a little bit of noise and so on, but you know, this also, again, this comes with the cost of performance, and if it's not even visible that drastically, then it is not even needed, you know, like at all. So if I, right now I'm leaving it like that because right now the performance is okay, but I will come to the point where the performance start to decrease drastically. I already realized after modeling this side of the ship. Oopsala. So when I modeled this here and that, the ship became bigger, and with the animation, the background, the whole anyway, with the animation, what I wanted to say, I feel lost my point because I got confused. I wanted to have the nice animation again, but I'm getting the grid now. Ah, because of that, probably, yeah. I wanted to say something. Yeah, performance. Yeah, anyway, I realized the bigger the ship becomes, the more details you put in, the you know, the performance issues eventual they come, right? And so sooner or later I need to consider that. Yeah, so okay, this is right now the update. We'll see us then in the next video, which I hopefully probably name right. The next video will be Project Kim 6.0. Yeah, that's about it. Good, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. And I'm gonna keep flying through my little universe here, which I really love. Maybe I'm gonna, you know, sleep a little bit like Walter is doing here. Yeah, he's completely, look at him. Oh, he's gone. Yeah. You know, one thing I just want to say about the universe, I really love it because it's so reassuring to me. I don't know why that is. I assume sometimes when I cannot sleep, it doesn't work all the time, but if I cannot sleep because my brain, you know, you try to sleep but you think so many things, you know, you constantly think about stuff, not necessarily creative stuff, just, you know, human stuff. Then it helps me sometimes to imagine myself, you know, traveling through the universe. There's also a good documentary with the same name, and just, you know, being relaxed, because I think what is reassuring is the universe is so fucking huge and all problems so meaningless from far away. It could be that this aspect what reassures me. I'm not so sure what it is, 100% I cannot tell, but I think sometimes about that. And I think maybe this is the reason. Maybe that's the reason why I like it so much, because the universe make human problems seem like nothing. Like, you know, what the heck we actually always concerned about. Yeah, so that is very nice. And then you have nice stars, obviously. Good, that's about it. Thanks for watching. We see us in the next thing. I'm gonna go to bed now in the next video. Bye bye.